Do you think that John Jenkins is right that that Britain's entire approach to the Iranian regime is just never has worked and needs reforming?
Well, arguably it hasn't worked since the Mossadegh coup of 1953.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting here is reading both a former diplomat and a former ambassador's views that the Foreign Office is hopeless. Well, colour me surprised. They often get international affairs wrong. And Gamel's piece, I think, in particular is interesting because he's saying in 1979, Ayatollah Khomeini was just one of many people who may have emerged. It wasn't necessarily predictable in advance. So Britain ought really to be casting its net wide and looking at all sorts of possible outcomes here. But the point that both these men make, particularly John Jenkins, is that the Foreign Office sort of takes the view that the regime won't fall, so what's the fuss about? And he also almost says, what's the point of even talking to Iran?
Yeah.
There's a great line here about, the many long and dismal hours I used to waste speaking to Iranian diplomats in London. It would be no great shakes if we cut off diplomatic relations and they no longer had an embassy here and we no longer had one in Tehran.